Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. Make sure you press the like button and subscribe if you're a fan of digital assets, and also make sure to comment down below what your favorite state is or city. Comment it down below. The first tweet of the day comes from the crypto poet. He says, "I've noticed a lot of cliques in the XRP community. Personally, I think this will only hinder us. Work together, not against each other. We are one working for a goal. The goal is awareness. This shouldn't be a competition. Show love to all and give credit where credit is due." Rose on the Moon accurately replied and also said, "This is 100% accurate, Poet, and much of a turnoff. Keep doing what you're doing, real recognize real." And the good part about the crypto poet here is it's really something that's quite necessary, quite spot on, is that there's so much hate, there's so many different little groups within the community. I think it's hindering. I think it's something we need to fix collectively and just group together because we're all in the same goal, generally for digital assets, but specifically for XRP. We all have the same goals, we all have the same visions. So really, why all this nonsense? Kevin Cage just posted a tweet on Bob Way, former Graybeard Ripple, built and managed Ripple's integration engineering team, architect and product manager for Ripple Connect, Ripple's enterprise product for banking, member of Ripple's advanced research team, co-inventor of several of Ripple's interledger protocol technologies, and worked directly with senior management at international banks and financial institutions to create a high-speed network for cross-currency, cross-border payments using Ripple Connect and ILP technology. Quote, "Several people left fancy jobs and joined Ripple because, I paraphrase, if we capture even a minor fraction of the international payments market, do you know the value XRP will need to have to support that? Do the math. Really big trade number divided over 100 billion XRP equals wow." Those sorts of conversations always buoyed, I think, my spirits and made me smile. But really, they also gave me anxiety and made me remember that my job was to make sure that we don't all screw this up. He left Ripple a long time ago, I'm guessing here, seeing from this date here. But still, the quote is really quite interesting if you see it like that. And one thing I should add is that I personally also believe that any value can be achieved, realistically speaking, or within margin. So whenever you're talking about any price, I guess let's say under $1,000, I'm all for it, right? Even $1,000+ is something we got to look at in the future. For right now, though, it's too far off, so I don't really care. But I don't think market cap is any issue. I also don't think we should ever look at, but the market cap would be this. I don't think that's how anything should be decided or looked at, as there's no real good use for that at all. I don't really see why people would even talk about market cap can't be this or can't be that. I really don't understand where it's coming from at all. So why people say that type of stuff really is kind of strange to me. Now, another completely different part, however, though, is what I saw today going really viral on Twitter. It was Ripple now has 450 customers plus 300 from R3, and that's about 750 total customers on the sidelines about to use XRP. I'm salivating, is what the Bearable Bull put on Twitter. Well, if you check the tweet out, it comes from Digital Assets Daily, who actually says Ripple now lists 450 plus customers with a picture attached to it. It says 350 employees, 9 global offices, and 450 plus customers. Now, that would be quite amazing, right? It would. But if you check the website, and I liked it so I would not forget where it was or who posted it, if you check the website, you'll see it says 300. And here, actually, I'm seeing now, it says now Bank XRP posted in October, Linda, formal Federal Reserve congratulates Ripple Bragg House on 400 new customers. I actually don't know about that at all, but if you go to the Ripple website at least, because I don't know too much about this, I think it was a misunderstanding, yes, because I think it was supposed to just say 300 instead of 400. But all right, let's just forget about that for now. It said 450 plus on the website, but most likely it was just a mistake, because just a little slightly longer or later, it got removed again and it said 300. So a lot of us are assuming that either it was just a typo, either it should have been 450 employees, something else would have most likely been the culprit there. But it's quite hard to find out exactly what they meant. Maybe one of the guys updated it, to the real amount of partners, but was not allowed to. That's another theory you could have on it. It's really quite elaborate, but a lot of people are just talking about all of this right now. But another different opinion is, like Leonidas says here, Ripple wouldn't announce 450 customers just like that. That was probably an error that was fixed as soon as they noticed it. Maybe they wanted to change it to 450 plus employees. Who knows? When Ripple formally announces, we will know. And I again, really completely agree with that. We don't really think that this was intentional. I don't really see any reason why they would just hint at 450 customers like that on the website. I think that's really stupid to even believe that they would just, put it on the website for a couple minutes, maybe an hour or so, and then remove it again because they want to hint at partnerships or something like that. I don't believe that at all. Either it was a mistake or it was intentional and it was not allowed to. That's basically the same thing though, but I don't think they just wanted to give us a hint of any sort. Hands of Stone though says, when Ripple came out and announced that they were signing 2 customers a week and doing great from the 300 plus customers they already had signed, the numbers are really close to 400 plus customers, and business was good, so possibly close to 450. In my opinion, this wasn't another mistake, but it is what it is. That's one opinion, of course. But Leonidas comes in with the math and says, do the math. 300 in November, since then it's 16 weeks. Even in the best case scenario, they sign 3 a week. You'll get 350. Not saying 450 is impossible, but I'll wait for an official announcement. And what I'm kind of saying there is, let's just wait, all right? We don't know. All this we can do here is speculate on the supposed partnership, the supposed the supposed partnerships, but we don't know. Honestly speaking, we don't know. So, what's the use in it? That's what I would say on there. What's the use for it all? I don't think it's worth worth all this trouble that you guys are going through here. I personally think it will be kind of stupid to go for. But hey, everybody their own thing, right? Everybody their own opinion on everything. Alex Cobb also said, if Ripple actually has 450 customers, that will mean majority of them are still unannounced. Good analysis. I mean, it definitely does mean that if if they did have 450 customers, then it will mean that most of them are unannounced because we don't know too many of them. And by the way, why it was quiet for a split second here is because I have one watch and it's an self-winding thing, right? And whenever you don't wear it for like 2 days, of course it stops working because it works on, it's an automatic watch. And I just noticed now that I wasn't wearing it, so I have to rewind it a little bit and then start wearing it again. So it will just keep on running. The Crypto Poet said on Twitter again, I love it when someone tries to zoom into an XRP price chart to show me how XRP has been on a downtrend for the past week. My first thought is always like, come on, zoom out. It's not our first rodeo. And very solid point right there. Rodeos like this happen all the time. It's nothing new. It's nothing crazy. Remember like a couple weeks ago when we were seeing plus like 30% on the week, plus 50% on the month. So yeah, I mean, to really call them out for going down this week now, I don't think is really fair. And if you zoom out a little bit longer, most of the time you'll see downtrends, but really it's not the first downtrend ever. And this dip here on the week is definitely not even that bad or ridiculous like that at all. So basically this is no issue here at all. I guess that's the best thing I can fetch from this. Like, there's no reason to call it bad at this point because this loss this week here, it's not even that bad. And now, of course, a really interesting question was asked by Mr. XRP. He asked, Ripple said 2020, the year of the digital asset. But now, do you think that this will be the year that XRP makes a move above its previous all-time high of $3.84. It's it's an interesting one to say the least. It's an interesting one to say the least. Because realistically speaking here, we are doing a marathon, not a sprint. And that's actually because Jonathan here says something with marathon in it. That's why I kind of got reminded by it. But it's a marathon, not a sprint. That's one thing. But second of all, if we check back to a couple years ago, of course, when we hit the all-time high, it kind of feels weird because it's already a couple of years ago. You know, it's really strange, sort of, that it's 2 years, more than 2 years. That oh, this is broken, by the way. You can see, guys, it says January 5th, 2017. All you keen eyes. Hey, this is completely broken right there. It's pretty stupid. Should fix that. That's pretty strange. If you guys don't see it, it just says the date. I'm trying to point out with my finger. It says the date there, but it says January 5th. Maybe if I refresh, it says January 5th, 2017 instead of 2018. If we go to all, let's see if it still does it. Yeah, they just got a broken website, I guess, a little bit. But all right, the point I'm trying to make here is that here on December 8th or so, it really didn't look like 2017 was that great of a year. I mean, it looked like a great year already before it, and if the chart would go further, you could see it looked really amazing, but it wasn't looking like it was going to go this exponential. Right now, as I said before, we are back at the pre-bull run prices, and realistically speaking here, we could get another run like this any month, right? If we just check the prices, hitting this spot, all it took was 1 month. All it took was about 30 days, maybe like 28 days to get there. So realistically speaking here, it sure as hell is possible. It sure is possible. So yeah, I'll be waiting for that. I guess everybody's going to be waiting for that. The chance of it happening is still quite small, but I guess that's always the case, right? A bull run doesn't just happen overnight. You'll notice, and with all this negativity, all these viral FUD things coming along and coming out here, it's going to be difficult for crypto. You know, crypto is already having a rough time right now. Specifically XRP, people are being harsh towards it all the time, all day long. And together with this general fear and uncertainty within the economy, I should say, the whole economy, all individuals, all households are having a little bit of panic in themselves for example, COVID. That's one thing, but of course, economic as well. And all you hear about China on Twitter and stuff, I think a lot of people are kind of worried or held back at least a little bit, and that might be hurting crypto, and it might be kind of putting some pressure downwards on the prices as well right now. Another completely different theory is that the big guys want to keep crypto down right now to make it not flourish in these kind of crazy times, in these fearful times, to make sure that people don't really think crypto is the way, right? Because it could be that if there was not this much of a downwards pressure put on top of, for example, Bitcoin and the whole crypto space, maybe the coins would flourish like crazy. You know, and maybe some of the big players don't want to have that because people will get too much hope or become too rich in such a economically unstable period right now. At least, I don't think we're too unstable yet, but it really could be rolling in here as people are going hysterical over the stupidest things, and it happens all the time. You know, every so often years it happens. We might see it again, we might not. We'll see though, guys. Somebody should point it out to the team here that it says January. I might shoot him a message. I probably won't because I don't really care, but we'll see. Thank you all for watching. So you guys get another crypto video, and don't forget to subscribe and press the like button if you enjoyed it. Also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter, TheDustyBC. A link is in the description below. Take care, everybody.